All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all, and good morning. Somebody sent me, as usual, a link of Muslim videos, and the Muslim videos. I wish I can play it for you because it's it's kind of entertaining, but it's a clear evidence that Islam is a false religion, is what the Muslims do. If you go and you search in Google, you will find endless posts of Muslims about scientific miracles in the Quran. Now, all of you, I have a book. Uh, actually, two of my books is full of refuting the Muslims about those lies, and you can get them from Amazon. Just search in Amazon.com or Amazon Europe, whatever, for a Christian Prince, and then you will find the list of the books, and they are printed in many languages. Now, you see, I have no problem really if the Quran is really truly speaking about science. But the problem is that the followers of the devil, they will not hesitate to fabricate miracles in order to fool you. And supposedly you are the one who will be the victim of their lies. So I'm not, if the Quran have miracles, I mean the Quran have miracles. What we can say? That's it. If the Quran speak of science and it's there, I mean it's there. And I will not be able actually to make a video or to make a book about their lies because it must be true. That's it. It's true. I mean, how you can prove that the truth is a lie if it's not a lie? It's impossible. So especially we are talking about science, like text of a book, we compare it to science, and then we will notice if they are lying or not. It's very simple. But the secret of deception the Muslims they do, that they have a book is written in a language which you do not speak, and that is Arabic. And because it's Arabic, so there is no way for you to know if the translation is correct or not. I can make the text fit with anything I want. And this is exactly what the Muslims do. But it is additional proof for anyone who have a doubt about Islam that Islam is a satanic religion. Because if Islam is not a satanic religion, why the followers of the decent Muhammad doing such a thing? Unless they are satanic like their prophet. So let us go to business. I searched in Google and I found endless posts by the Muslims about the amazing miracle of the Quran. The atom appear in the Quran. I mean, there is the tons, like just look how they copy each other, like it's like bacteria, Look, do you see? All those videos is made about the same verse. Endless. One after one. But the question is, how come none of the Muslims went to the Quran and read the verse? I mean, I understand there's a billion dumb Muslim who do not understand Arabic. I got it, no problem. But there is more than 100 million who speak Arabic. So the dumb Muslims who do not know Arabic, we got it. But the dumb Muslims who speak Arabic and they promote the lies, that is the problem. And today we are going to get you busted as usual. So, the word the Muslim they translate into English. Let me first show you the verse we are talking about. We will go here. All right. Let us go. This is a previous verses I was reading for my book. I'm working in my book, as you know, which is endless. Every day I say that's enough. I'm not going to add more, and then I find myself I have to add more. it's like a chain, like you have to. Anyway, The word dharra appear in the Quran in more than one place. But the Muslim, they use certain verses, um, certain verse to make it about the autumn. You see, all of those speaking about dharra. This is the word dharra, the one they translate as atom. All right. So let us go, and we will go to chapter Yunus. This is the one. This is the one they use it to make it about, etc. And they say this is a verse which is amazing. So let us read the translation. I will show you the translation, multi-translation of many translator. So we will go to this website which have all the translation in one page, which is easier. All right. Okay. Chapter 10, verse number 61. I'm not sure if the text is big and clear for you. Let me know, please, if it is not. Let me zoom in. I think now it's good. All right. This is all the translations the Muslim themselves they are posting in this page. I'm not picking any one of them. You know, you can read all of it and you see. All right. So here you will see the word atoms. This is in English. This is in English. Now let us read the second translation. Is the word atom appear? Yes, big tal. All right. We continue. Now, what about the third question? Yusuf Ali, atom. So all those Muslims, they are using the word atom. Look like it. The weight of an atom. You see? The weight of an atom, huh? All right, atoms. So all of them, they are using the word, or let us say the translation as the word atom. First of all, the word atom, it was not really exist. You know, this is something new. So the question is, how the Quran is using such a word? So before we discuss this, the word dharra is exist in the Arabic language not only before Muhammad is exist, before the God of Muhammad is exist. So as long the word atom is the one which is a miracle, that means that the Arab they knew what atom mean before Allah, because Allah is using their language. He did not bring someone something. You will never find a Muslim scholar. He struggled to tell you what the word dharra mean. Why? Because the Arab use it. They use it for centuries and centuries long before Islam. So how this word became atom? It doesn't make sense. The atom is a new scientific, let us say, a competition of letters, and it's not something exist. This is something new. So how the Arab, if this is really a miracle, then we need to ask the Arab how they knew this. Because if this is the atom, that's mean the Arab they knew the atom before Allah. He knew the atom before Muhammad. He knew the atom before the Western. They knew the atom. You know what I'm saying, guys? Do you know what do you know what I mean? If this word is exist long before Islam and Muhammad is just using what the Arab using, who is the one who said the word atom first time? It is the Arab. Okay. Who is copying from the Arab their language? Allah, supposedly, if Allah is exist. That's wonderful. That's mean the Arab is the one who discovered the atom. So there is no way that this word mean atom in any way, in any mean. It must be something else. Something, as usual, it's far away from what the Muslims claim. And how we are going to get the Muslims busted with their lies about the meaning of this verse? Very simple. We go and see what their scholars saying. If they say this is an atom, that's an atom. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's dharra. Dharra. Anyway, the word dharra, it can be say zarra, depend in the accent of or the dialect of the country. And anyway, so we will not make it long. And please, guys, invite your friends. Like, I'm not broadcasting today in my time. It's very early in the morning here. I did not really sleep yet. I'm working all night, and said later I have a podcast again. But I could not resist. I mean, I have this. See, I have a problem. The problem is I cannot resist to expose the lies. Like I am always tempted, but I am tempted for good, you know, because for me, showing the truth is amazing job I love to do. Now, let us go and see what the Muslim scholars say about this and get the liars, the Abdul, the stupid, the dummy who lie to promote Islam busted. Muslims, aren't you worried that somebody is going to go and open the scholars of Islam books? Aren't you worried that they will see that you are a liar and you are dumb and you are stupid and you are not really a truthful in anything you say? You see, you say to yourself, you know, it's like fishing. You go to the lake, you might stay for 2 hours, you get no fish, but you might get a dumb fish can take your bait, right? So you are looking for the dumb fish. All right, we are not the dumb one. So let us go to the interpretation of the Quran made by Muslims, translated by Muslims. First of all, I will show you the Arabic. As an example, this is Tafsir al-Jalalain. Al-Imam al-Jalalain is one of the biggest scholars of Islam, and you can ask any Muslim. Al-Jalalain say, oh, hold on, why I want to show you Al-Jalalain in Arabic. Let me show you the Al-Jalalain in English. Isn't it nicer? But here he says, وَذْنُ ذَرَّةٍ أَصْغَرُ نَمْلَةٍ. What does that mean? Let us read together and laugh at the dumb liars who they try to fool us with the word meaning. This is the same website. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan government. This is not a Christian website, not a Christian Prince website. Look what it says. And not so much as the weight of an atom. What is the atom? You see, here they put the word atom in English, but it's not exist. They got themselves busted right away. The weight of the smallest ant on earth. Is the atom is the smallest ant on earth? Abdul, is the atom is the smallest ant on earth? Is that me who's saying that? So here the translator, he is a liar, by the way. He added the word atom. It's not exist. The word there is dharra. He should say dharra, but maybe he do not know what to say. I mean, today they are using it as atom, but that's not true. So what is the atom? What is the Islamic atom specifically? It is the smallest ant on earth, and specifically it is the red ant. The word dharra is not mentioned to any ants. No, to the red ants. Red, the small reds. They are all over the Middle East, and you can actually find them everywhere. I mean, ants. They are. There is no way in the world. You know, I used to live almost on the 40th floor in a very busy city, and the ants, they came. You know, because my neighbor is a dirty, filthy. You know, he put his garbage in the front of his condominium door. And you know, the ants are there. In my place there's no ants. So in the 40th floor, and there is ants, and those ants, they were red too. So if we can show you tons of Islamic interpretation, and all of them they say to you it is an ant. We can go to the Arabic dictionary, and all the Arabic dictionary they say it is an ant. So why Muslim they lie and they make it about nuclear and about the atom, about the structures of the I mean, this it's amazing how they lie. It is astonishing. Let me show you more interpretation. It's an atom, huh? What a bunch of liars. Read with me, Abdul. This is who? This is الجامع لأحكام القرآن القرطبي. Who? Al-Qurtubi. Okay. Do Al-Qurtubi speak Arabic very well? Yes. Do At-Tabari speak Arabic very well? Absolutely. So what is the interpretation of the verse according to Al-Qurtubi, At-Tabari, Al-Jalalain? Read with me. أي مثقال ذرة أي وزن ذرة أي نميلة حمراء صغيرة. I'm going to copy and paste in Google. Whatever Google give us, we will take it. All right. So let us go to Google Translation. Hold on. Where is Google Translation? Google Translation. You see the Google Translation, he put it as an atom, i.e. small red tilting. What tilting mean? Is tilting mean an ant? Is tilting mean an ant? So it's a small red ant. You see, Google is a software. Today they use the word dharra when they speak about nuclear, actually. So they say the science of the dharra. Why? Because in Arabic we don't have an equal word for those things, except that the smallest thing we have is the ant. So they use the dharra. Even the word dharra, by the way, can be used for other things, but in Arabic, the right Arabic, the word dharra is specifically a very small, or let us say the smallest ants we know, which exist supposedly in Arabia at that time, and they are red and they are very tiny, very small. So why the Muslims they lie? The answer is very simple. And look here, he didn't say even namla, he said numayla, which means he is making it like a small. Like in Arabic we say namla. Namla mean an ant. When we say numayla, it's like it's not even like if you want to insult somebody. Let us say Muhammad, his name is Muhammad, right? So we call him Muhammad to make him small. You know, it's like it's a name to speak about, either to speak about size to make him smaller, or to make fun of him, you know, or to insult. So he didn't say it's a namla only. He said it's a numayla, which is mean it's small, very small. The ant is already small, but this is numayla, which means it's smaller than normal ants, and they are red and they are small. We can change the interpretation. We can take you to any interpretation you wish. All of them, they say the same. All of them, with no exception. But suddenly, the word dharra became an atom. But it was an ant for centuries and centuries and centuries. But now it became an atom. How this happened? It's a miracle. I mean, what's wrong with you? In Islam, everything is possible. Right? Read with me. This is who? This is Tafsir al-Quran At-Tabari, at the Imam At-Tabari in the year 310 after Muhammad. This is one of the earliest Qurans of interpretation, or let's say interpretation for the Quran. What he said? He said nothing smaller than this or bigger than this, which is a mistake, because Allah, he think there's nothing smaller than this ant, nothing smaller than this, and nothing smaller than bigger than that. But by the way, is the atom is the smallest? Go check the science and you will see how stupid your God is. Now he continue, but anyway, this is not the atom. He continue explaining to us what it is. He said dharra. Okay, here we go. Min mithqali dharra, the weight of a dharra. Actually, he is not talking about even a size. He is talking about the weight. He said, he meant, he continues saying, يعني من زنة نملة صغيرة. He meant the weight of a small ant. It's not about the size as the Muslim they claim, like the atom is the smallest. It's not really about size, the verse here. The ant, yes, is the smallest. But the Quran speak about mithqal. Mithqal is mean the weight of an ant. So there's nothing in this earth which Allah he do not know about, even if it's a weight of an ant, which is the smallest for Allah. They just copy and take to the Prophet Google, peace upon him. Do you see it? He mean, Al-Tabari explaining that Allah he mean that from the weight of a small ant. So from the weight of a small ant became about the structures of the earth, its structures of the nuclear and atom and the proton and blah 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 and blah 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 blah, blah. And you know, you watch the video, you think, man, I enter the field of science from the big wide door. Go watch the video, you will not believe it how much explanation they give about the atom. But the whole story is just about a stupid ant. So what was an ant became an atom and became science. Now, as long we're speaking about the ant and we are speaking about science, do you know that the stupid author of the Quran, he think the ant they do talk? You know, don't take me wrong, I believe all creatures they communicate. All creatures they communicate. But the Quran have a funny story for you. Obviously it is scientific. Remember, I'm not just quoting, you know, I'm just we prove that this is about an ant. I can show you tons of interpretation. I mean, I showed you already 3. Isn't it enough? I can show you Ibn Kathir. You will see Ibn Kathir never said that the atom is exist. Then it says, this is the chapter 27 verse number 18. All right, let us see the translation in this website. I like this website more because it gives us more than one translation in one page. 27:18. 27:18. Hold on. As long we are talking about the ants, so let us go to the ants. I like ants. I used to play with them when I was a kid. All right, go. Science. I mean, you will be astonished with the atom. So as long the Muslim consider the ant an atom, here we go. The atom is talking. Mrs. Atom is talking. Read with me. According to the story of which is Muhammad, he stole from the legions of the Jews because he is a fool and he is a stupid. He took the legion of the Jews as a real stories and he believed in them because he's a fraud. I don't know if he believed in them all right, but you know, he copied their stories and he tried to make it as part of the Quran, and he did. Until who? Until Suleiman. He arrived to the valley of the ants. What? There is a valley, it's called the valley of the ant? Are you sure, Muhammad? I mean, Muhammad, you see, guys, this is somebody called National Geographic. There's a valley, only one valley in the whole earth is called the valley of the ants. Nobody live there except the ants. I mean, it's even they have a flag, it's called the state of the ants. All right, so Muhammad, he arrived to the valley of the ants, and then when he is passing by, one of the ants said, what? Science. This is pure science. So what happened? He is passing by the valley of the ants, and one of the ants said, brother and sister, you better hide in your hiding places. Otherwise, Suleiman is going to destroy you with his soldiers. Unbelievable, unbelievable. But the story here is not over. The story is not over. You know, I can let it go and say, you know, Allah is talking, and Allah, because He is God, so He understand what ants they communicate with each other. But this is not what happened. Let me go to the other, so I can read two. This one give you only one verse at a time. Let's go back here. Hmm. The talking ant. I love cartoon. I wish I can go back as a kid again. Man, I used to wait for the cartoon for like you know, in the Middle East we used to have like only like half-hour cartoon in the whole day, not like today. Now you have a channels for cartoons 24 hours. So uh, read with me. This is the Muslim translation, not my translation. So when he arrived, he came to the valley of ants. One of the ants said, we read that to you already. Oh, ye ant, get into your habitation, lest Suleiman and his host crush you. We. Now, by the way, ants, they have an alarm system. Yes, they do. So the Muslim, they make even a video about the miracle of the ant. But guess what? There is something here will make the Muslims unhappy for this story. For this is a stupid, dumb story. So he smiled and he was amused at her speech. So it's not Allah who heard the ant, it is Suleiman. What the heck? Suleiman, he was able to hear the ants. But Abdul, we have a problem. The problem is very simple. The ants are mute and they are deaf. Silence. Silence. I kill you. Silence. I kill you. Abdul, how Suleiman he can understand, I will not question, but how he can hear her speech when the ants they are mute. Ants they communicate in three ways, or let us say in two major ways: vibration and chemical. So what does that mean? The vibration, they don't hear really the sound, they feel the vibrate. That's all. It's like you know, they feel the knock in each other body, and this is one of the way to communicate. And the other way is chemical. So like if there is a dangerous or danger, the guardian ants they put a chemical in the ground, so ants will not exceed that line. Or if they find food here, they have different kind of chemical they put in the floor, so ants will know that this way to the food, etc. So let us say every word of their speech have a chemical. So how he was amused of her speech if ants do not talk? Do we have any Muslim around here? Ants are deaf and they are mute. They are totally mute and they are totally, no, actually when you say deaf, it's meaning mute right away, unless somebody after like birth he have an accident so he cannot hear no more, then not necessarily he will be mute, but they are deaf and they are mute. And you can read, there's tons of articles about ants. You know, there's millions. There's scientists who study nothing but ants. This story you can find it in the Legend of the Jews. If we search right now, let me do that in front of you. Hold on. The Legend of the Jews. Type in Arabic. Hold on. All right, you can go and search in Google right now, and you can search for the Legion of the Jews. By the way, this book is for free because it's translated long time ago, and the owner of, I mean, the author of this book, it's more than 100 year. You know, after 100 year book, I think there was their copyright. You know, so you can download the Legion of the Jews, and then you will find that in the Legion of the Jews, Suleiman or Solomon, uh, he spoke to the ant. Let me see if I can find it. Pa, 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 pa. I mean, there is tons of stories in the Legion of the Jews, and Muhammad obviously he was infected by the Jewish stories, which is legions, and he adopted them because he lived with them. You know, remember Muhammad, he lived in the city of Yathrib, and he was convinced that those stories are real. And you can find it yourself, and you will find the whole story there. The difference between the story of Muhammad in the Quran did not give clear details about what happened. In the Legion of the Jews, like Suleiman, he put the ant in his hand, and the hand spoke to him, and he asked the question to the ants, etc. But you know, I find the funny thing, uh, in the Quran, Allah he taught Suleiman the language of the birds. Switch to Arabic. If you remember, Suleiman, he have a bird, and this bird he went to find him a woman. She have no hair in her legs. If you remember the story, which is again an additional story from the legions of the Jews. Okay, I'm trying to find letters. You believe it? So Suleiman, this website is messed up. Okay, hold on. He was able to learn the language of the birds. How? Allah he taught him the language of the birds. All right. Muslims, I don't know about other languages. Like I understand that in Hebrew, uh, birds is birds, and the same in Aramaic. All right. However, sometime you can say like in certain languages, they consider anything as a flying is kind of you know, a flying like a creature. But when we use the word at-tayr in Arabic, the word at-tayr is very clear and very simple. It is about birds. It cannot be about insect. You know. However, in some languages that is possible, and I find it very funny that Allah he taught Suleiman the language of the birds, but yet Suleiman he speak the language of the cats. I wish a Muslim can call us. You know. Let me see if I can find you. Um, Tons of stories. I mean, as long as we are talking about the birds, look how the Quran explain why the birds are not fitting down in the ground. How the birds are not fitting in the ground? Look what Allah he says. Chapter 16, verse number 79. Do they not look at the birds held poised in the midst of the air in the sky. Nothing is holding them but the power of Allah. Is that true? Huh? Muslims, who is holding the satellite of the CIA right now as we speak? Allah. Who is holding the Israeli jet fighters? Allah. I mean, look at the miracle. They're asking Muhammad for miracles, and Muhammad, he have nothing. You see the science? Don't they see the birds in the sky? What is holding them from falling down? Like, I mean, like, yeah, why? Yeah, why they are not falling down? Huh? Because Allah is holding them. And the same thing Muhammad, he said about holding the sky from falling down on them. Don't they see the birds constrained in the middle of the sky? None withhold them but Allah. So it's not their wing, it's not the air, it is Allah, my friend. Why the sky is not falling down? You see that, like, talking about the science of the Quran will take you from the topic to topic to topic. I mean, it's endless. Ah, Lord have mercy. Let us see. Why the sky is not falling in the earth? Chapter 22, verse number 65. Why? Because Allah is holding it. What? This is really the reason. But come on, shut up. This is really the reason for the sky not to fail down on earth, because Allah is holding the sky, so it's not going to fail on you. Muslims, that because your God, he think that the sky is a physical object as a roof, and it is, we are like inside a room, and we have something physical in the top of us. It's called the sky, and that sky, which is the roof. Actually, the Quran used the word roof specifically. I can show you the verse. So don't you see Allah? Don't you see? Like, I mean, come on, don't you see that Allah has made the subservient to you whatsoever in the earth and the ship running in the sea by his command, the ship in the sea running by his command? Okay. And he withhold the heaven from failing on earth. Muslims, who is the crazy here? What heaven failing on earth? We are inside the heaven. The earth is not even a piece of dust inside the space. So do you really, are you really convinced that the space is not failing on us? We are in the space. What do you mean we are not failing? The space is not failing on us? If there is a Muslim, he have the courage and the knowledge. Today at 4:30, we will have a live broadcast again, 4:30 p.m. New York time. Feel free, call me during the broadcast, and I will be happy to see what you can say about your your scientific Quran. In chapter 21, verse number 32, it says, we made the sky protected roof. The Muslim, they made tons of videos about this. You say the God of Islam is saying that the sky is a protected roof. So this is about the atmosphere, which is protecting us from the fallen object from the space. That's a lie. This is the opposite. Allah is saying we made the sky protected roof, not the earth protected from the sky. Guys, are you getting my point? Who is the one is protected? It is the sky. It is not the earth. And to understand what this is about, because the Muslim, they make videos about it too. They say this is about science, this is about the atmosphere, which is a lie. This is about that if a genie try to get out of the earth, Allah will shoot the genie in his ass. So look how they flip the story upside down. I'm not going to talk about chapter 33 verse number 33 here now, which is a stupid too, because Allah, he think that Allah, he created the night, created the day, created the sun, created the moon, and all of them, they swim in an orbit, which mean Allah, he think, or the author of the Quran, that the night and the day, they are physical object. So the night, the day, the moon, the sun, they swim. But let us show you how Allah, he protected the made the sky a protected roof. Is that the atmosphere, or it is something else? Let us see. Oh, Lord have mercy. وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحَ وَجَعَلْنَاهَا رُجُومًا لِلشَّيَاطِينِ. So now chapter 67 verse number 5 is going to explain to us how Allah, he protected the roof, which is the sky. Wait with me. And we have adorned the lowest heaven with lamps. So the stars is in the lowest heaven. So if the Muslim, they want to say the atmosphere is the lowest heaven, that means this is where the stars is. Okay. And we have made such a lamps as missiles to drive away the evil ones. I mean, do you see the science? So Allah, he showed the ass of a little tiny shaitan, and even Muhammad, he described how he captured a genie, which is a shaitan, and he captured him and he tied him up to the column of his mosque. I mean, what is the height of the, you know, if you go to Saudi Arabia, all the houses, you will find the house is not even 2 meters. You know, it's like not even like a stable of a dog. So this is a mosque, very old style, made from mud, you know, and very tiny. And now we have a genie inside and a shaitan, and Muhammad, he's tie him to the column of the mosque. And Allah, he need a star to shoot this genie. So the protected roof which Allah, he speak of, is not about the atmosphere, is about protecting the sky from the visitors of the earth. Here we have a question. How come Allah did not shoot the Soviet Union first aerospace ship, which used to carry, I think, a dog? A dog? A dirty dog? Muslims believe dogs are dirty, correct? Okay. What about you cannot leave the zone of the earth unless Allah, he challenged the actually this here is other miracle, but we talk about it many times. You remember that about the 2 seas, they don't mix? Do you remember? What the Quran speak about the 2 seas don't mix is about the fresh water and the salty water, and the stupid Muhammad and his God, he think that the fresh water which exist in the land never mix with the salty water. This is what it's about. The Muslim, they say to you, it's a miracle. How Allah, he knew that salty water and fresh water don't mix? Abdul, stupid. Don't be dumb. Fresh water and salty water always mix. Only dumb people will believe in that. What science says about the concentration of water make it little harder to mix, but they are mixing. It's slower. So if you see a river coming in the delta line, this is what they call delta. Why you will see still fresh water in the ocean? Because there's a river coming, more water, more fresh water coming. So it is not the water not mixing, it is mixing. Now, is this one is about this? No, It is not about this. If we go to the book of Ibn Kathir, I can show you right now that this is about that a piece of land, or let us say land, is preserving the fresh water from meeting with the salty water. You know what? Let me. I was going to talk about we showed you the protected roof already. This is the verse most of Muslims they use. وهو الذي مرج البحرين هذا عذب فرات وهذا ملح أجاج. Okay, so this is let me show you the translation. Okay, it is he who has created the man from water. Okay, hold on. It is he who has let the free two bodies of flowing water. One is palatable and sweet, and the other one is salt and bitter. Yet he had made a barrier between them. The Muslim, they see the word barrier, salty water and so and fresh water never mix. If we go right now to Ibn Kathir, I will show you that the word barrier here is the word barzakh. The word barzakh mean a piece of land. So the stupid Allah, he is telling us, or he is trying to convince you that he made a miracle by separating the fresh water from the salty water. The fresh water is contained in the land. This is why you can dig in a well in the ground and you can get the fresh water from the salty water, which is the ocean. And Muhammad, he believed there is two oceans. This is why you see the translation here, two bodies. It doesn't say two bodies, it says two seas. Two seas. You see here it says Al-Bahrain. You know the country, it's called Al-Bahrain. The country, there's a country, it's called Al-Bahrain. Why? Supposedly because it's facing two seas, according to the old days. So Al-Bahrain mean the two seas. You change the translator, you will find right away it says two seas. You see it? So the stupid Muhammad and his God, they thought that there is two seas. One sea is under the ground, and that is the fresh water. And there's one sea which is the ocean, or the sea, no normal sea we know. The ocean one is the salty, the bitter one, and it's not good for drinking or for agriculture things. And the other sea, it is the one under the ground. This is why we dig in the ground and we got water. But it's not true. Not always, not everywhere there's water in the ground. Now there is two seas, and Allah, he made a barrier between them. The Muslim, they make it about that fresh water going inside the sea, but look carefully, it says two seas, so they have to be equal in size, and have to be a size of a sea, not a size of a river. So two seas, and they are not mixed together. If we go right now to the Quran, we will find what those seas are about, seas about is about. Chapter 25 verse number 53. We can go right now to Ibn Kathir 25. Okay, go. All right, read with me. وهو الذي جعل بينهم برزخا وحجرا. So he is the one who made between them a barzakh. What barzakh mean? The Muslim, they say barzakh is a barrier, and that is the constraint of the water, if it's salty or fresh. It's a big fat lie. Read with me. Barzakh, it's a barrier, means a partition which is a dry land. Do you see it? Do you see it, guys? So here again, the Muslim, they lie about this, what they claim it's a miracle, when it is have nothing to do with miracles, and actually it is a stupid and it's a foolish of Allah, because he do not know how the fresh water is coming to exist. For the fresh water is coming from the sea, you idiot. So the author of the Quran, and look how the Muslim, they flip stupidity to be a science, because this is stupid. This is a scientific error. The Muslim, they make it science. The author of the Quran, he think that there is a barrier, which is a land, between the salty water and the fresh water, so they will never mix. But this is a big fat lie. All the fresh water we have is coming from the ocean. They teach you in elementary school how it happened. The sun will heat the water. The water of the ocean will turn into steam. The steam will be carried by the air. The air will become a cloud. They gather together, they make a cloud, and then they until they meet at like a different temperature of air, then that will become a rain. That's it. But the stupid author of the Quran, he think that there is two seas and they are not never mixed. Never. It's a complete partition. Do you see it? So look how the stupid error, the Muslim, they make it as a scientific discovery, because the Quran here says it clearly, they never ever mix. Complete partition. Do you see it, Abdul? It's a complete partition. They never. And not only that, he says they will never ever meet. That's it. It's like, it's not like this. It's not possible. So this is not about salty water and fresh water in the sea. You liars. Do we have any, Abdul? I mean, how many lies in almost 40 minutes we got busted right now, and how many errors we showed you in the Quran right now until now? Huh? How many? You see, we are not picking up our cherries, like we are just remembering the lies they have about miracles in the Quran. If you search right now about the water, the salty water and the fresh water are not mixing, the miracle of the Quran, you will find hundreds of thousands of videos about it, articles, books, but it's a lie. The word barzakh is a piece of land, and the word barzakh appear in the Quran in many places. It's not in this verse only. You see, this is the word barzakh, and what it is a barrier. But what kind of barrier? It is a piece of land. Who is saying that? You're a scholar, and for sure this is how it is in Arabic. But this is where raise a question, very simple question. Why the Muslim they lie when they say we have scientific miracles of the Quran, fabricating it, changing the meaning of the text and making it something else? Let me show you how they make a miracle of this, because some of you maybe never saw it before. I will search Quran miracle. Do water do not mix. Type in Arabic again. Unbelievable. You see, I like Google. Even you type in Arabic again by mistake, still you find it. That's good. Look, you see it? There's tons of videos. The miracle of the Quran, two oceans that meet do not mix. It doesn't say that. And then they show you here, you see in the images, they show you two kind of water have two kind of colors, because this is too current, you idiot liars. And the Quran is not even speaking about any meeting. It says they will never meet. They are those in the video. I'm not going to play the video because they would playing copyright. But if you look in the video, it is they are meeting. The Quran says they will never meet. It's not for them to meet. Let me show you. I love that, dudes. Do you see it? He made a barrier between them and partition that is forbidden to be passed. There is between them a barrier, which means they are not touching each other. You see, when I say between me and this person there's a barrier, it's not, it doesn't mean that we meet, we cannot mix or shake hands. No, it's more than this. There's a barrier, which means we cannot even touch, we can't shake hands. The images they are showing you in the video have nothing to do with this story here. It's about salty water. The stupid Muhammad, he think it is separated totally from the ocean water because it is from different source. Allah, he made two seas. One sea is salty water and one sea it's a fresh water, but this is absolutely false. There is no such a thing as called two seas: sea of salty water and sea of fresh water. And he had made a barrier between them, and they cannot meet together. Not only they cannot transpass, no, they cannot meet because there is a barrier. And we showed you from Ibn Kathir what the word barrier mean. It's a complete partition. Complete partition. It's not something like small. It's a complete. It's not partly. It is complete. Mean a barrier. Prevent one from reaching the other. Reaching. Do you see it? And then Ibn Kathir, he added, it says, and this is an explanation here. He give another verse, which is chapter 55, verse number 19, 21. And then if you go on the top here, it says, this barrier, which is the word barzakh, which a Muslim, they lie about it. They make it as it is the concentrate of the salty water and the fresh water. They have different concentration. So they say, oh, this is the word barzakh. The word barzakh is about a dry land. This is why, my friend, only fool can trust a Muslim explaining his religion, for they are liars. I'm not insulting, I'm just saying the truth, and I'm proving it to you in front of your eyes. The one who explained the verse in front of you, this is Ibn Kathir, the scholar. This is not his name is not Peter. And we can show you from Al-Jalalain, Al-Tabari, whatever you want. And we can go to the dictionary and you will find the word barzakh. And the word barzakh appear in many places in the Quran. So what we learn from until now, that the Muslims are willing to fabricate tons of lies. And they have no problem with their lies. They have no problem. See here, the same word barzakh appear in this chapter. What kind of barzakh it is? It's a piece of land. The same word. Yeah, Ibn Kathir, he must be working for a Christian prince, and Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, all the Muslim scholars, they work for Christian prince. And this is why those Muslim scholars, they are liars. They say that the word autumn is not true. It is a smallest ant. Obviously, they are lying. It's not the smallest ant, it's an autumn. Right? So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. Don't hesitate to download my video. You know, I encourage you, really, you know, let me tell you something. You see, whatever you say about the Muslims, they are liars, they are crazy, they are hypocrite, but they sponsor their cult. They love their Satan. Christians are lazy. Look how much I work I do. How many videos I did just today? How many download my video? I guess nobody. The Muslims, if you make a video praising Allah, praising Islam, fabricating lies about the miracle of the Quran, every scumbag will copy the video and will post it around just to fool as many they can. Christians don't care. They just They laugh. Funny Muslims, stupid Muslims, liars. But are they willing to do something? So what kind of people are you? Those who they are listening. Are you from those who care really for the truth, and you don't want your son and your daughter to be fooled by a Muslim when she go to school and they lie to her? Or you are a person who is looking just for entertainment to love? I don't know which one of those is you. But it's very obvious how Muslim they sponsor their cult. If I am Muslim right now, you will find how much support I will get, and how many people will invite me to their schools, to their universities, to their mosque. Like Nu'man Khan. Who's Nu'man Khan? Nu'man Khan did not even know 1% of what I know. They support each other. That is the truth. And this was the way to promote this cult between the European and between the Western. And you will find a few fighters who they are real warrior, but the rest are looking just for entertainment. It's like a comedy show. Stupid Muslim. Let us laugh at the Muslims. But those stupid Muslims, they are fooling many of your people. So who is the stupid here? By not doing what you should do to protect your land, protecting your country, protecting your children's, educating them. Education is the main key for protection. When you are not educated, you are blind. With my love to the blind people, because blind is not necessarily about not seeing with your eyes. You know what I mean. So you want to be blind, you want your family to be blind, you want them to lie to you. Sooner or later, your son, your grandson will go to school and they will say to him the lies about the miracle of the Quran. What your son will say, how he can refute them. Do you want him to come back and he says, I want to be a Muslim because they lie to him? So this is not about me. This is why I ask people to copy my videos. I don't want subscribers. Please have my videos and have 10 million times more subscribers than what I have. I am not like others who get upset if somebody download their videos and because they are looking for their glory. You do not even know who I am. None of you knows who is Christian Prince. So I work for no one. I don't work for my glory. My real name is not even appearing, and I got no glory of myself. The only glory is the glory of the truth, and the truth will set you free, and this is the word of our Lord the Messiah. So be truthful. You can cut my videos, you can make them pieces, you can make from every video 50 videos. You can make a huge channel, and you can put ad in the top of it, make money, good for you. But at least help the people to know the truth. Don't make me fight alone. You see, the Muslim, they think Christian Prince, he have an army. They think I have a secretaries, I have etc. I have nobody. I am just one person alone. So let us be truthful. And even if you're an atheist, by the way, do you want your son to be fooled and become a Muslim? Is that something you wish your children's to be lied to? And as you see, the followers of the devil, they will never hesitate to use all kind of fabrications to lie to you and to your children's. Like, you see, if Muslims are honest people who speak about Islam in an honest way, I will not be worried really about anyone he might convert to Islam, because, well, if he convert, that means he's stupid. I mean, what I can do. But the worry is they lie about what they believe in. They lie about the scriptures, they lie about the text, they lie about the meaning, they lie about the translation. And then you will become a victim of lies. And your family will suffer a lot from these lies. Especially if one day you hear somebody he became a Muslim and he is from your family. What you can do about it? Too late. So we have we have a duty to protect our society, our country, our family. It's not just about watching and laughing and stupid Muslims. They are not really stupid. If you think about it, they are very smart because they understand that this earth is about deception. The media lie, your CNN lie, your Fox News lie, your president lie, everybody lie. So the Muslims, they are in competition with the other liars. And then now we want to tell the truth, and the truth will struggle. If I have a video right now about a woman shaking her ass, how many views I'm going to have? If I am a woman and doing makeup and wearing clothes showing my breast, how many fan I'm going to have? So as you see, the devil is always promote the work of the evil ones. And the second you say the truth, you struggle a lot. But you know what? That make us better people and better believers. I don't mind to struggle. I am struggling with this cult for a long time, and I love it. For every time I save a human being from the filthy cult of Islam, there's many Muslims. I don't want to say how many thousands, because you see, you don't even know how many people left Islam because of what you do. And what I say, what you do, not what I do. Why? If you copy my video and you post it, and then a child, he was watching it and he see that this is the truth, he will leave Islam. So because of your help, you are the one who posted the video. Yes, I am the one who made the video, but if you did not post it, it's not going to appear in his cell phone and watch it. So we are in war with the devil, my friend. Deception is everywhere. Sex, party, drinking, drugs, and Islam is just one more evil to add to the long list of evils around us. So the fight is big, and this fight need a real warriors. And in my case, I need real warriors who they are real Christians, who they are willing really to defend the truth. We are not violence. We don't believe in violence. We are not about violence. We are not the same as the filthy Muslims who they kill people for the sake of their God. That is rejected by Christ, and this is not what his teaching is about. We can defeat the devil by saying the truth. This is why you see the Muslim, they forbid the Bible in their countries. Why? Because they fear the Bible. Not because if the Bible is corrupt, if the Bible is stupid, so why you fear it? Why you fear something stupid? But because they fear the truth. And right away when a Muslim he noticed that he is believing in a stupid filthy criminal, his name is Muhammad, he will leave. And Islam is dying all over the Middle East. And the coming of ISIS was one of the biggest reasons for Islam to collapse. So we have a golden opportunity. A lot of Muslims who never saw the truth about Islam yet, with the coming of ISIS, they saw Islam because they practiced Islam as it is in the time of Muhammad. So finally Islam is revealed by the action of the Muslims. The Muslims, they are born in a Muslim family and they thought Islam is just to pray to Allah, etc. But this is not Islam. Islam is about killing. Islam is about raping. Islam about slavery. Islam about torturing. Islam about crucifying, crucifixion, putting nails in the eyes of the enemies. This is what Muhammad did. So the Muslim today, after 7 years of ISIS, they learn that Islam is not what they thought. And that is a great opportunity for us to save the Muslims from the cult of Islam. There's tons of thousands made by Muslims, captured by Muslims, recorded by Muslims, and published by Muslims to expose Muslims and Islam. So why we are going to waste such a golden opportunity to conquer the kingdom of the devil? And you see, I'm not worried about victory in war because I believe the devil, he killed himself always. As you see, if you go to Syria, you will see who was killing who. The devil is in struggle. His kingdom always is divided. We are united with the truth, and the truth will set us free. And the Messiah, our Lord, he said, every two of you mention my name, I will be between, which means he will be the third. And yet the Muslim, they say to you, where Jesus says I'm God. Well, if Jesus is not God, how he can be between us? Well, I want to say thank you guys for being here. And today we are going to be again at 4:30 p.m. New York time. We will have our live podcast, and today is a Friday, so it's going to be fun. And I hope we will have some Muslims will be brave to call me and you know, destroy me as usual. You know what happened every time we do podcast. They destroy me, but I can say. So I want to say thank you. May the Lord bless you, all of you, and be strong. God is good, and no one can overcome his name. By his name we are victorious. Christ is Lord, Islam is false. I mean to that. And we see you today afternoon soon again. God bless. Thank you.